Hi everyone, I would like to share how to play piano using chords without using any piano score. For some, this might seem very hard, but actually once you get to know the basics, you can actually play any song you want with your own style and own variations. Okay, for example. Okay, so to play songs on piano using chord, you have to know a few basics first, which hopefully we'll cover in this session. Alright, so these are some notes that I did a couple of years ago, so I thought I would share with everybody. So for basic, you have to know that for an octave in the piano, it starts with C. Okay, so C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Alright, so the easiest key that we have is C major because there are no sharp and no flats. So what is a sharp and what is a flat? So these black keys over here, they show that a semitone higher or semitone lower. For example, this is D sharp, it can also be E flat. Alright, so we have keys in major and also minor, and all these, if let's say you have no background in music, it might be a bit hard to catch, but no worries. I have had a friend who purely by memorizing all the chords, she can play simple songs just by referring to the chords without any score as well. Okay, so for basic tempo for our songs, normally we have songs in 4 beats or 3 beats. Okay, the most common one being 4 beats, so means the song will go 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 like that. Okay, so the way to hold your hand when you want to play the piano, you have to make sure your hands are in curve, not flat. You have to curve your fingers. Okay, and for major songs in major chords, it will sound happier, like, whereas for minor chords they sound sadder. Alright, okay, so for playing piano using chords, we have basically 3 types, which is either you want to play fully melody or fully using chords, or you can have a mixture of melody plus chords, and you can show your own personal style in the way that you play. What I mean by melody would be, like for example, the song just now. If by melody, purely by melody, means your right hand will be playing the melody only. Okay, that one will be purely melody. If let's say purely chords, it will be using chords. Okay. Okay, and for mixture of melody and chords, means you can mix them up however you like it. Okay, so this makes the melody sound stronger because they are you are playing the chord together as well. Okay, so basically for a few common major and minor keys that we have, you will have to memorize the sharp and flat. Okay, you can memorize this. And for every major scale, we have a cousin. Like for C major has no sharp and no flat. Okay, this is the C major scale. So the cousin of C major is A minor. So the cousin of A minor is C major. So normally if for a song, for example, if the song is in C major scale, the family chords would be C major, A minor, F and G. Okay, so for simple chords that you can find for any song, those will be the main chords. So with the 4 main chords, you can try and get the chords for any song. And then when you go to a more advanced level, you can try and add in some other chords that will sound nicer. Okay, so when we continue talking about major and minor scales, okay, so you can refer to this. Okay, so like C major, the cousin is A minor, G major, the cousin is E minor, and so on. Okay, and normally for the chord progression, like I was saying, for the 4 basic chords for every key. Okay, so for example, C major. For C major, the chord will be C, E, G. Okay, they are always a third apart, 1, 3, and 5. Okay, and for the family chord, C major, A minor, which is the 6th chord. So A minor, it was a cousin of C major, right? Okay, so basically there's no sharp and flat as well. So it's A, C, and E. Okay, 1, 3, 5. Okay, and then for F, it's the same thing. F, A, C, 1, 3, 5, and G major chord, G, B, D. Okay. Okay. If let's say it was in G major. Okay. So similarly, G major, the main chord will be G. For G major, there's an F sharp. Okay, so you must always remember G major key has an F sharp. Whenever you want to hit F, it should be a sharp. Okay, so G major chord, the standard chord will be G, B, D, 1, 3, 5, E minor. Okay, and then C, C, E, G, 1, 3, 5. And then it will be D major chord, which is D, F sharp, A. Because as we were saying, G major has a F sharp. Okay, so these are the 4 family chord of the key for G major. Okay, so this one you have to memorize as well. Okay. So for example, for a common song, let's say C major, we will start with the easiest first. If you are going purely by chord, playing purely by chord, okay. So this one is, it can actually be a simple song already. But I want to highlight that, like for C, the chords are C, E, G, but you don't necessarily have to play it in this order all the time. You don't have to play C, E, G all the time. You can play E, C, G, E, G, C, or G, C, E. It's still C major chord, which is C, E, G. It's still comprised of the same notes. Okay, so sometimes if you want it to be smoother, you don't want your hand to go all over the place, you can do it like this. Okay, I just move one finger. Okay, this one I just move one finger. This one also I just move slightly. Okay, so this one is also one of the techniques you can use, especially when you want to play melody together with the chord, because your leading note, the one at the topmost, can be according to the melody, and so you can do chord inversions with the melody that you want on the topmost. Okay. have the leading melody on top with the chords only as backup. Okay. So that's it for today. For this short first movie, I have shown you the basics of chords, and there are a lot of things for you to memorize, especially if you have no background in piano. If you have learned already all those key signature and chords, then it will be easier for you to catch up later. Okay, so next video later I will go into one of the example to show how we actually do it. Alright, so if you feel that this video is helpful, kindly do press like and do subscribe to this channel so that you will be updated on the latest videos. Thank you. See you again.